EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's our visitors and our home team. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Nice job finding the seam. A gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
At the 39-yard line.
Going back in the backfield. We'll get the carry here. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw, taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. It is 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Shut up. Panther 60. Panther 60. Check go.
Going to try to pick up the 1st down with his own read. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. 1st down. 1st and goal.
Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Forced out wide. Good blocking, and he's in.
And when things haven't been going your way, like they haven't around here recently, Mike, this is exactly what you need. You're looking for a spark. So to take the opening possession of the game, march it down there, and come away with the score, all of a sudden the sideline's a lot more positive. There's a lot more good energy amongst your teammates. Is that the spark they needed to turn this thing around?
Next to score, our home team 7, visitors
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. A couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
at their own 22-yard line.
Rodgers going to put it up to get started. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
Ready?
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Track.
At the 44-yard
Hop,
line.
70. Hop, 70. Liking, 18.
Play fake. It's Rodgers. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
In the tough yards, they'll go with their fullback.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this.
Ready?
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Now a give up the middle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 14 on the pickup. And that would be a 1st down.
Ready? Ready?
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 6.
Ready?
From the gun, Rodgers. Pass right side, going to be taken in by Walker. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And I'll tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up first and goal.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
Okay, ball is at the 8 for second and goal. On play action, Rodgers gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 4 out of this one. Run after the catch. Hard to come by down here. Here comes third and goal.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him.
And he'll take it on in.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. They'll begin here on the ground. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
He's brought down at the
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll stick with him again. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They get 15 on that game. That's enough for a first down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. He'll look to throw. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made. And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Back to the air once more on second down. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. They pick up 17 through the air. And that will be a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Handoff here, up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. It is 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Come on, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Hawks, 70, Hawks.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll look to throw. That is caught, and they will get the conversion. He's tackled down near the goal line, so it's not a touchdown, but it will be 1st and goal.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in, and he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. Now a second timeout called by the defense. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
60.
This one intercepted. And the visitors are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense. I had a rule, Mike, when I was playing that if the ball hit either of my hands, it was a drop. You don't get paid in the NFL to make the easy ones. You get paid in the NFL to make them all, and I think that's a catch he's got to come down with.
Rodgers here on 2nd down. And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Rodgers on 1st down. He's going to air this one out, and that is incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
2nd and 10. Ready. Again, it's Rodgers. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
Result is a 1st down.
He'll get up and spike it, and let's check the clock. Maybe time for 2 plays here before the end of the half.
Ready?
2nd down, Rodgers exiting the pocket right. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
He's going to dial up another deep ball. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback.
I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. All that drink, you got a chip. I be on my little mouse drip.
The master of play action, Rodgers. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front. A lot of times, the success of a draw depends on the defensive ends, Mike, rushing the passer. In this case, a great job by the defensive end. He initially reads pass, but then he determines that it's going to be a draw. He quickly adjusts, and he's able to tackle the running back for a loss.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down.
Come on.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's caught outside. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They gain 18 yards on that one. That's enough for a first down. Here's a run going left, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready, set. From the 44 now. Here's 2nd and 4.
Like it. Ready.
Up the middle they go. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard on the play.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Let's go. Ready.
Out of the pistol, Rodgers to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's the toss as they look to run. And the defense strings him out. He'll fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
Ready.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Ready.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Let's go now.
Now it's a bootleg with Rodgers. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Both teams ready to go once more. as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Oh, a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
A gain of 2 brings up second and
8. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Ready? 18, count!
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
Come on, come on.
Now Rodgers. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal.
Get it. Ready?
Here's Rodgers. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal.
Ready? Coconut.
Throwing Rodgers. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many
And he will drive his way into the end zone.
Touchdown.
Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Visitors 21. Our home team 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. He's to midfield. Inside the 30. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 81 yards. It is a touchdown. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains, well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Both team's ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8.
Tackle 80.
From the gun, Rodgers. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
He's going to have the first down and then some. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. That's catch number 40 on the season for him.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
Ready.
They motion the slot man left.
Let's go.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready. Steady.
Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
I think at this point, Mike, he doesn't care whether they hand it to him, throw it to him. He just wants to be the guy with the ball in his hand when his team needs a big play. And he came through there with a big first.
Go with their fullback trying to get it. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Our home team, 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Liking 18.
Now they'll set up to throw.
And the defender does such a good job, like not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down. Really nice play.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's taken in, and a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down.
Okay, ready? Let's go.
Now a run on first down. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on third down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll stay on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
The 18-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and
9. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
Now a give on the ground. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
And it's third down.
Now a second timeout called by the defense. Talk things over before third down.
Come on. Hit. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll drop to throw. He'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down. Now this defense will use a third and final timeout, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Now this is scooped up by a member of the offense. But he's not going to be able to advance past the marker. He is stopped short. And the block kick leads to a turnover on downs. This is 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
To number 21. He's out of bounds at the 14-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd down.
Set. Have the 60. Have the 60. 7 Pirates. Get up.
He'll drop to throw. Going over the middle, this one is complete. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. And that will be a 1st down.
72. Watch quit. Watch quit. Check up.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly downfield for Beckham. That is hard. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big play and a much-needed one as well. And even 50 yards.
19. Shot.
They'll look to throw again. And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go. 70 Lions. What do you want? Ready?
They'll look to throw yet again. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim. Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
1st down and 10. At their own 30-yard line.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So, it's a win for our visitors. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better